Hello, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Empower My Life. I'm your host, Zelda Hayes. You can visit my website anytime at zeldamhayes.com. That's Zelda, M as in Mary, Hayes.com. Or you can send me your questions, comments, or concerns at lifewithzelda@gmail.com. Today's topic is for the brothers. I have addressed the women on some small, little issues, but I wanted to come to the gentlemen because women are hurting drastically and the pain is derivative from the men. Before you hit stop and call me all kinds of bees and all that, just hear me out for a second. Women, we all know we're emotional creatures. I'm not blaming the entire behavior of us on you, but the majority of our behavior is a reaction of an imprint that was left by the gentleman or the person, the male before you. So, as a woman, I'm coming to help you with us so you can better understand what it is that we need and how you can help us that would better the relationship. Women have a jealousy issue. We know that. We're way out of control with the jealousy issue. I'm aware of that. Women change their moods like clockwork. One minute we're fine and we ask you about our weight and you tell us, but we want you to be honest, and you tell us the truth about our weight and we just lose it. And we're very conflicting we have conflicting words sometimes, and sometimes we're just a mess. So what I'm talking to you gentlemen, and I'm not talking to all of you, I'm talking to the mature man. I'm talking to the mature man who, one, says he knows and loves God. Two, says he's a real man. Three, is a man who really cares about the well-being of the woman he is with. Everybody else, this video is not for you. For those of you who go into a relationship to hit it, quit it, and run, we're talking about you. You're why we're here. But those of you who are not in that category, who have a sincere connection, and the reason I put the creator in it is because anytime a person, doesn't matter what your religion is, but anytime a man or woman, but we're talking men, anytime a man understands that there is something greater than himself that shows the character of his, that shows the quality of his heart, that he knows who to bow to, that he knows that he didn't get here on his own. So he knows that the creator created all these beautiful things, and he's concerned and he's in tune and he's involved. So that's why I use those of you who know the word or know the creator or have some type of relationship, even if you just said grace, but you acknowledge, is my point. But what women need is for you to keep us lifted up. How do you do that? I know someone said, I had asked a gentleman to write me an article on how men can help women unload luggage. And the response from many men, not just that individual, was that, well, that's hard to do. It's based on what type of luggage, this, that, and the other. Well, everyone has the right to their opinion, and I respect that brother's opinion. He's actually a phenomenal individual with some of his postings that I've read. However, I feel that when a man cares deeply about a woman, he will make it his business to help her to the best of his ability unload whatever it is. 9 times out of 10, you will know what that luggage is. The way we women do it is after you're going to know before we sleep with you what kind of luggage we may or may not have, based on how we met, based on what we're talking about, and based on our attitude when you introduce us to other people. What we need is to be lifted up. What we need is to feel that we matter. Women look for love. The first thing you want to find out is, did she grow up with or without her father? Chances are, if she grew up without her father, she doesn't really know exactly what love is or what the male role actually supposed to be when it's a good father, put it that way. So if she hasn't grown up without her father, be aware to know that, okay, there may be some issues right here that can be in all various corners. When you're introducing her to friends and family, particularly females, whether it's a female friend or a female cousin, when you put your lady here through the introduction versus here of the friend, not saying to belittle the friend, that by no means is what I'm saying, but when you put her here, this is my boo, this is my best friend right here, this is my girl, this is my heart right here. When you put her here, already her defenses come down a little bit, because she feels secure with the fact that the way you see her you're telling everyone else that that person, that she matters to you a great deal, because you put her way up here when you did the intro. Okay. And that eliminates a lot of jealousy, number one. Not all the time, but it does eliminate a lot of jealousy, especially if you have a best friend or your homegirl. For some reason, this generation has a lot of homegirls. I'm 47 years old, and I'm sorry, when I was in my 20s, I don't think I'd be able to handle my man having a homegirl. But then again, I had issues too. Now, yes, my husband has close female friends or female friends that he talks to, but the way he introduces me and the way our relationship has gone, I don't feel insecure anymore. Another thing that we need from you is public displays of affection. If you are not hiding anything, there is no reason why you should not take her hand, hug her around the waist, kiss her in public when you're at the beach or whatever. I've seen men, well, why I gotta be all of that? If this is what she needs to help her feel secure, and you say that you care about her the way she does, do that to help her feel secure. It shouldn't, if you care so much about her, this is a small thing. This is not asking you to cut off your wrists. This is asking you to show public displays of affection to a woman who has not had it, but you say you care so much about her. When you're in public, and like I said, this is not for all men. This is for the men who give a darn. This is for the man who wants to be with this person that he just got involved with or he's with, but there's some issues and he's not sure how to work them out. Another thing, I know women, when you're out in places, especially Pensacola has a beach, or many states have a beach, and women wear all kinds of stuff or whatever. It's the beach. Men are going to look. We understand that. That doesn't mean you have to stare. There is still a creative way to get your eye candy without getting your eyes punched out. If you saw someone who was just so wow, and you found your eyes locked on it, you have to, if you was creative with it, it wouldn't be so bad. Like, and she turns and she looks at you while you're looking, man, boy, did you see that in me? Said, but man, when I get home with the stuff I'm gonna do to you, something where you just pulled her in to say, yeah, that was good, but I know what I got here. So, because it's bad enough that you stare, and sometimes I know most men, they don't stare on purpose. It's just like you kind of turned around and was shocked, like, what the world is she wearing? Or dang, look at the size of her butt. And your woman standing right there, and you're like, oh crap, I almost forgot where I was. You kind of bring yourself back by like, but man, when I get to you, and even if you turned her around and planted one up on her, because that woman who you just looked at and knows that you looking, you just shot her down and put your woman above. So you still secured your situation and came out of the woods without a black eye or getting cursed out or yelling and all that kind of nonsense. Women need security. Women need to know that we're loved. Another thing, for those of you who are praying men, even if you don't know how to pray, when you get into an argument, especially if it's a jealousy thing and she thinks you're fooling around and you're not, or she has this backwards attitude where 1 minute she's cool and next minute she's like psycho queen or whatever, and you don't understand why, take her by the hand. Babe, listen, I don't know what's going on. We need to pray. She's gonna look at you like you're crazy, first of all, because you've never done it before. And just let her know, no, I'm serious, because you've got some things going on. I don't know how to fix it, but I want this relationship to work. Do you know how many points you just scored doing that? Because what you said was you cared enough about her that you're taking the situation to the most high in order to rectify whatever that situation was. And you also just said you're innocent, unless you're stupid enough to go pray to God about something that you know darn well that you did. You know what I mean? So there's so many ways that you can lift us up, and it doesn't require your left arm getting cut off. Women are seeking love. That's it. We're seeking love, and when I say that's it, inside real love, there comes the trust, the communication, the honesty, and the all that passion and all that great stuff, and the ability to be able to connect with us. And sometimes when we're lashing out, before you answer her, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, ask her, tell her, honey, I'm not trying to be funny. Babe, I'm not trying to be funny. Are you just venting right now, or you want my opinion? Because a lot of times we're just venting. And if you stick your opinion in when we didn't want it, we may take it in a whole different direction. And I'm not saying we're right. I'm not saying we're right. But I'm saying we're so emotional that that's what we do. So when we're yelling about something or fussing about something, and she comes in, well, I don't see how she's this, that, and the other. That ain't this, that. Babe, are you just venting, or you want to know what I think about that? And just say, no, I'm not trying to be funny. I just want to make sure. And it's gonna make her think like, oh shoot, he's really listening. And that's another thing, sweeties. Listen. Hear what we're saying. Understand what we're trying to say. If we say we're venting, just go, okay. Just listen. And when we're done, do you need a hug? Is there anything I can do to make you feel better? Is there anything I can do to help with this situation? A lot of times, if you guys would ask us that, sometimes we'll realize, you know what, really, you can't do anything about it, but thanks for listening. Because we don't realize when we're venting or lashing out that there's nothing that you can do about what we're pissed off at. But it's our luggage. But the fact that you took a moment to ask, is there anything I can do to make you feel better about that? And they'll say something like, well, no, you can't make me feel, okay, well, I'll just listen. And just listen. You've done your part. And if it gets to that point, like I said, if you got to go down on bended knees, the two of you, or stand right there and hold her, all right, God, I don't know what to do with this woman, but I love her and we need to fix this. It's going to click in her brain. When you take things to God in her presence for her, or for the sake of the relationship, you just turned off the anger or whatever that was in her, and made her realize, hold up, did he just care enough about me to take this to God? And you don't have to be a religious fanatic. You don't even have to be every Sunday going church person. You know what I mean? But the fact that you are willing to do this says a lot. And my whole point that I'm saying is that women need to be lifted up, and we need you to do it. It's not your fault that some idiot before you left all this mess on us, but they did. And before you lay with us, we need your help in getting rid of it. You may not be able to get rid of it, but the fact that you show a care or concern that it's there helps us recognize, hey, I may have a problem. I may need to deal with this or talk to somebody about this. For those of you who jump in, hit it, and quit it, like I said earlier, you're the reason we're standing here talking about you in this video. For those of you who care, even if you're not a praying person, but you go to church, but you're not really into the praying whole thing or whatever, something simple as pulling up a song off of YouTube. TD Jakes has got a song, Lord, I Lift Her Up to You. And it's a song about a guy whose woman's got so much drama, he don't know what to do with her. Play stuff like that. Or Baby, You're the One. Something that says, okay, before we even argue, hold on. Why you finish? Okay, hold on. You put that song, and they're going to look. They're going to laugh at you like, no, you didn't. You're going to be like, yes, I did. She's going to forget why she was angry, because you just showed her that you care enough about whatever it is that she's fussing about, and know you're not cheating, and know you wasn't lying, and you put this song on real quick to let her know. I don't have the words for it, but here, I want you to listen to this. This is how I feel about this. Like I said, this video is not meant for every man, because there's some men out there that's going to send me a stupid line, 2 or 3 liner that I'm going to have to decode to read, that is going to be like, well, it's not my job if she comes to me like this, that, and the other. Before you lay with her, know who you're laying with. And I'll be posting it tomorrow. There's several questions that you should be asking her, and she should be asking you by date 3 in order to avoid a lot of this mess. And while some of you may go, just like I said to the women, some of you may say, these questions are too deep to ask a person on a 3rd date. Here's the thing. If you're willing to open your legs and you're willing to sleep with her by date 3, then you might want to find out some of these things that's on this question list by date 3, because you might be getting ready to lay down with Psycho Queen, and you might be getting ready to lay down with Ike Turner. You just don't know. So having said that, brothers, lift your women up. If you got to do it by prayer in front of them, through a song in front of them, through embracing them, public displays of affection, find out what happened to them in the last relationship, introduce them in a way that lets them know it's about them, so that they don't have to be concerned when they see that person again. This can help. Hopefully help. It worked for my relationship. I'll say it like that. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a health anything like that. I'm an ordained reverend with Universal Life Church, and I'm a woman of God. And my whole objective and my whole agenda in creating Empower My Life is to help couples and individuals around the world, one topic at a time, with solutions that are real life solutions for real life problems. And we have got an epidemic of pain when it comes to the relationships. And we really need to start paying attention because our children are watching. Having said that, I love you, gentlemen. You are a phenomenal, awesome, wonderful, valuable man of the Creator. I respect you as such. Remember, you can go to my website at any time, zeldamhayes.com. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you'd like to see a particular topic or video posted, let me know through that email and I'll get on top of it. Having said that, you take care and you be blessed.